bad James Bond movie. But this was quite a nice scene. This is a scene where he's being chased by Russian policemen, and he has the laser gun, and it's like, I'll fire my laser through my wheels at you. But that was Sean Connery's accent. And you can see another red beam. We're selectively chopping off the top of the car. We're selectively taking off the top of the car. The laser is climbing all the way through, and lo and behold, oh no! I've lost my wheels, dude. C'est possible. Can I have a few hands? How many people think that's possible? Hardly any. You're so... Have I got a nation of unbelievers, disbelievers, or whatever? Okay. Well, let's see, shall we? Deep in my darkest laboratory on a very, very quiet day, I've managed to reproduce this scene pretty much in its entirety, minus the Russian policeman. I couldn't get any for the life of me. But what I've managed to get is a car replicating a Lada. It's actually a Volkswagen, but they're almost as good as Ladas. And we're going to show you the process of this interaction test. Now, the car's moving. I need to track my laser beam across the wheels, make sure it's all aligned, don't want to miss it. And what you've seen is the exact replica of that movie scene, except in my case, I brought the car to a complete stop. I didn't stop the car and then fire it. I literally brought the car to a complete stop because my laser vaporized its tires. James Bond's laser, oh, I'll miss your tires, old chap, but I'll just cut the bodywork. You know, life's not like that. We were able to use a very powerful fiber laser system, focused to an intense beam, to vaporize the metal. These are metal vehicles. To vaporize the polymer inside, the polymer degasses and an explosion results because the gases ignite into this kaboom, which is fabulous for movie making. Let's try this in a higher speed version. Now, I went away from Volkswagen, but this is being filmed. I love Volkswagens. But I think I really, really prefer Mercedes. Okay, that's a really fast car. And the same thing happens. As it goes really quickly through my beam, I can catch it and zap it. And because my light beam travels at the speed of light, as soon as the car can be traveling as fast as it likes, as soon as my beam hits it, it will vaporize the plates, and off we go. So, did James Bond get it right? Are lasers such as those really possible? Well, they exist. And if I scaled up those cars to full-size cars and spent more money on these experiments, then I could demonstrate exactly the same things to you. So it's not just make-believe, and it's not just movie making. If we can weld cars with lasers, we can certainly chop them up. So, it got a bit dull in the lab. It didn't actually get dull. I love my laboratory. I don't have a job. I have a lifestyle, an evil lifestyle. And I spend many, many hours thinking of crazy things to do with laser beams and preferably finding some new science. Because the science of light interaction with matter is incredible. Because we're able to deliver these light beams in such immense numbers that the material has a very difficult job of knowing what to do when it gets hit. But apart from all the science stuff, you know, we have to have a break. And my question came to a thinking, can I make a cup of tea with a laser? Can I actually serve myself? Who needs a microwave? All these crazy science guys that were in here before had microwaves and stuff. It's so old-fashioned. Lasers. Can we make a laser cup of tea? So, this is just a break time. Relax and just take a break with me. I like jazz. Nice. Okay, what goes with a nice cup of tea? So, what, sorry? Are you poor people? Chocolate cake, interesting. I once got asked to cut up a frozen chocolate cake by a famous chocolate cake maker because they were blunting their knives. But unless you like charred chocolate cake, it wasn't much use. But you're right. Something nicer than biscuits, poor people. Donuts. This is the most important experiment of the afternoon. Do you like them hot? What did you notice about that donut? Sorry, can't. You, what did you say? It's died. Are you a medic? Anybody else? You, madam. It had no hole in the middle until I blasted. There's no R in blasted. It with a laser. Yes, absolutely right. I vaporized it, didn't I? I vaporized it. I produced the donut and the jam within it to carbon. And carbon is a very difficult thing to vaporize thereafter. It's a very high ability to retain heat, which is a clue to the benefit of it. Yes? Only the top got burnt. When I turned the donut underneath, nothing. Halfway through that donut, the laser stopped working. And all it was doing was heating up carbon and heating up carbon and heating up carbon. And it's exactly the same principle as you use on a rocket re-entering the Earth. You used to put carbon shields around them, so when they heated up coming through the Earth, the carbon would get hot, 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 but the rocket wouldn't melt underneath. So, what does that do if you were trying to avoid laser beams and protect yourself against very, very powerful laser beams that my enemies might point at me? What might I do? What? Can't hear you. Too many voices. Ah. Shh, shh, shh. I will pick you. You. Who? Sorry, over here. Have you been spying on my emails or something? Get a donut soup. You don't need an anti-stealth. I've got an American US bomber aircraft with titanium coatings and ultra-ceramic layers. You just cover yourself in donuts. It's simple. Why didn't they think of that? I'm going to patent that idea, but you can buy them from me if you want these donut suits at a special price of £1,499.99, but they last about a couple of days. You've got to replace them. And even these X-Fighter people from Star Wars know donuts are good, because just hide behind a donut. You're safe as houses. It's perfect sense. And there's science behind it. It's not just me telling you that's the truth. There is this lovely science. Go away and try and fire a donut with a beam. It's very difficult. Right. This is an important point I've got to make. Because despite all of the wonderful things that I've been doing with my lasers in the laboratories and having fun and doing wacky science and all that kind of stuff, I don't want you to go away thinking, I'm going to make one of those, unless you get a PhD. Something. Or a friend who's got a PhD. Or pay me lots of money and I'll make you one. Because these things are actually extremely dangerous. You never see me doing that. I've just done it. Clever, clever, yeah. Just fill out an application form, come work for me later. So we use these goggles. These are £1,000 a pair. In fact, I've just realized what happened. My laser disco thing is very clever, isn't it? So what was a major disaster with my laser disco thing wasn't a major disaster at all. I'll show you why. Laser disaster? Can you see the laser disco? Lights, please. Smoke boy? Okay, here we have. You cannot rely upon the electricity supply in the University of Cambridge. This is the last time I'm going to come here and give a lecture. Okay. So here we have a laser. Here we have a laser show, which is working really nicely. Now, what you can see is a lot of. Now I have to make this thing vibrate because this is a vibrating laser system. It only responds when I vibrate. But because I had my goggles on, I couldn't see the light. Okay? So I thought it was broken. Absolutely not. Thank you. Oh, smoke, boy. Smoke, smoke, smoke. So I thought this wasn't working. But clearly it was working because I had laser safety goggles on. And that means you can't see anything. Example. Only a certain light goes through. Thank you, smoke, boy. So, what does it mean? The issue of health and safety. Lights, please. It's very important. These stop you getting blind. These stop light going into your head and popping your eyes. So we love lasers. My guys use smoke in the labs. Look, they have PhDs and they have cans of smoke. Smoking cigarettes is a long time gone. We have cans of smoke and we want to see our beams. Here's a cow's eyeball. It's a dead cow. I didn't kill it. And if you point a laser beam at the eye will transmit the light. And you will blind yourself because of this. As the beam comes through the front of the retina, the cornea, and goes through this lens, which focuses the beam onto here, you hear a big blast. That's what so much light actually bursts the back of your eyeball. And you're blind. It's the last thing you'll ever see. Watch this. That's what happens. That's a laser beam firing, an invisible laser beam, firing into the eye, and essentially being focused on the back, and that ka-bum that you hear is a pop, and you will hear a pop in your head. So first goes the pop, then comes the darkness. Forever. Unless you wear these. Which you don't get when you buy them off some street market vendor in some strange European town on holiday for €1. And you start whacking them around and all the kids are playing with them. Please don't, because you don't get these with them. So lasers must really be treated very carefully. I'd just like to thank my very good friend, Dr. David Williams, who provided me with the eyes, proof I didn't kill the cow. The cow was already dead, natural causes, but the eye was very useful because it allowed us to determine the power level necessary before things go pop. And just a very good visual example of health and safety issues. Please be careful. So, let's sing Happy Birthday. I'd like a volunteer, please. Hopefully this will work this time. Yes, you. Would you like to come? What we're going to do is use this infrared laser to fire at this match, which will then act as a fuse, which will burn down and strike this lighting paper and set off the firework. What's your name? Thomas. Thomas. Are you scared? Why not? Because you're not. Did your dad tell you to say that? Okay. Did your mum? No. Will you sign this, please? Don't want to. You put the goggles on. Oh, no, they're the wrong ones. Sorry. No. Put those on for me, please. Thank you. Hurry up. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to wear 2 because it's really dangerous. You've just seen a health and safety video. Actually, no, we're okay. I'm going to let you have them. You can keep them as a memento. Not health and safety goggles, not laser goggles. Joke goggles from Joke Shop. Thank you. Right. Here we have a beam coming from this laser. This is a 40-watt CO2 laser. Health and safety officers are aware that it's an invisible beam, and so it won't go through the plastic screen, which means I can actually wear normal glasses like this to protect me from any scatter. This radiation won't penetrate the front of the eyeball. And so it's called not eye safe. There's no such thing as an eye safe laser. It'll effectively stop right at the front. So rather than it giving you blindness, it will just vaporize the front of your eyeball, so don't worry about it. But you won't be blind-ish, just won't see very much. Right, what we're going to do now is we're going to... This button here, what does it say?
Laser on.
Laser on, off. Very important. This thing here is a beam stop. This can take about 5 kilowatts. This can take enough power for, well, forever, because it's designed with water cooling. But because we're not actually using much power, let's hope this thing works. Do you think it will work?
Yeah.
I really do hope so. Okay, hold on. Let me just double check. We're good. We're good. Okay. Do you want to fire it? Can you just stand out of the way? You okay? You're good. Oh, hang about. Stay there. There was nobody sitting in that seat last time. Oh, don't worry. Just sign the form at the back of the thing. Be fine. I'll stand here. Okay, now the beam's on, but nothing's happening. Oh, no. Okay. You know what's happened is the cake is sunk. Sunk. The candle's sunk. And so it's come off beam. This beam is such a small beam, it's very difficult to find it. But I'm not getting hot. Getting hot? No, good. If I crank up this thing here, I'm going to put some more power in. And I'm going to see where this beam is. So what we are going to do here is take this piece of card. You okay? You're not scared? I am. And I see my laser. Look where my laser is. Can you see it burning? It's just to the wrong side of the candle. So what I'm going to do is just move that candle there. Maybe up a bit. See if we can get this candle to light. Or just put more power in. More power. Now, it's a very delicate job because these beams are so small. And there we go. And as it burns, now we sing happy birthday. Any minute now, when things really start happening, I hope, we can sing happy birthday for the 50th year of a laser. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear laser. Happy birthday to you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, can we hear it one more time for Dr. Evil, please? Make some noise.
We've got some time for questions if you want.